My name is Dianne. I was diagnosed 13, somewhere about the place, or maybe 2013, 2014. My memory was really bad. And as you know, as a young person, you couldn't understand what was going on. What do I do with it? I don't know. I go and see the doctor. And there were some small questions that was asked. And I think I answered them happily. But then she wasn't pleased with it because she said the time I took to answer them, I didn't answer certain things because I didn't remember anything. And and so it it goes on from there. I think one of the reasons why I get involved with so many things because I think where I'm living in Brent, there was nothing. And so step by step or years by years, we try and develop a kind of stay out of Brent and just help to develop, things for young people. And I think because in every area, it things are so slow, and so that's what they did. They just set it up down there, and I get involved, which was really good, and I did like it. I get to learn about other people who has got the same, and I think if I didn't get that moral support, I wouldn't be this active because I would have maybe just sit at home and just whatever. I don't think they really care about me because I'm a young Black girl. But instead, I find myself doing other things to really help myself. And so I can help other people because at the end of the day, literally, you have to make sure you can look after yourself. I know a lot of people said, always ask, well, are you looking after yourself? I do. So that is something I just, when they ask, I put it at the back of my head because I know I really look after myself. Because within the pandemic, would I say I love it because I go out on up by my church because with the food aid, we were really, really busy. And I throw myself into that. So when we going up by church, say I'm leaving my house, the bus is so empty. And I just travel and go by and people always say, Dianne, you got to be very careful. I said, I am very careful. Because I have my mask, I have my gel, I've got everything. So once I go up there, I take care of myself. And I come home, I take care of myself. So within the deep part of the pandemic, I really look after myself. And I think that really helped my mental health. I've always been like this because I think before my memory play up, I worked so hard. I really, really work hard. Almost this year will be 30 years now since I live in this country. And I really throw myself at work, apart from when I'm not well. And I hate not being well. I just don't like to be sick. I just want to help. I set up the one in the biggest one in Brent. They take it from there and they set up a lot of calf. I set up my calf. And you know what? It's 4 years since my calf is going now. And we literally, since I pushed for it to get reopened, when in the pandemic, when about summer last year, because I just think that people were just sitting at home and can't come out, and you get phone calls. Oh, my mom is getting worse. Oh, my dad is getting worse. And all those things, I get joy, and see that, we can help. It doesn't matter how old they are. Sometimes we got, at the moment, we got a 90, is it 92? Some of them are 92, some of them are 90, some of them are 94, and they're coming in. And the story is, oh, if I was home, I am so glad just to come out for the day. There's another guy left a message on my phone. His mom has got dementia, and he heard about my club because it's at the church, and he wondered if he can take his mom there. So these are the things that I really like. When everybody said, my mom, I need to take my mom. My mom needs to get out the house. My mom needs to this. My dad needs to this. I am really happy and grateful that they come out and they socialize with each other. My family is very caring, and I think anything always happened to me, my family always been there. I think sometimes when you deal with strangers or just friends, some of them would understand and some don't. To them, as you this young, oh, but you're not behaving like the older people, and the thoughts. The older people, some of them, they have it, but they're very, very active, just like I. I am careful of who I have a conversation with as friends. I'd rather have it with a stranger more than a friend, because maybe the way you act with them, they think, oh, but there's nothing wrong with Dianne. I think one other thing, in my community, I think people are really bracing themselves, because I think one other thing was the family. Because even if the person has got it, own up to it, to say, yes, I have it. Sometimes it's the other way around. But I think it would be good that when somebody developed memory problem, and, the doctor said, okay, this is what's happening, and they can own up to it, I think they would deal with it better. Because if I have a bad back, and every time I'm bending up, and somebody said, Dan, what's wrong with you? Oh, just my leg. And I can't own up to my bad back, then what can I help? What kind of help do I get from it? Get no help with it, because it's not my back, it's my leg. But then there it is, the pain is in my back and not my leg. But because I'm so, too much in myself to own it, to say that I have a bad back, then I said it's something else. What I'm trying to say is that now the family is owning up to say, you know what, there is something wrong with my mom. There is something wrong with my dad. So on that ground, I'm really glad